danger! Come with me!
I have to go lift things.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 unhinged moments on Nickelodeon shows.
Oh, you always know exactly what to say.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most surreal and disturbing moments from the Big Orange Channel. Were you lucky enough to regret what you saw? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Svenhul, The Ren and Stimpy Show. While some may mistakenly think of it as an adult show, this children's series takes us on wild adventures with Ren, the emotionally volatile chihuahua, and Stimpy, the dim-witted cat.
I still remember the days when Sven and I were in the whelping box together.
Things take a dark turn when Ren's cousin Sven pays them a visit, who bonds a little too much with Stimpy.
Say, what's that?
It's my yar of spit.
The two wreck the house, causing Ren to become completely unhinged when he discovers the mayhem. Parts of Ren's diatribe were significantly toned down before airing to lessen the graphic descriptions. By the end of the episode, all three characters find themselves on a fiery journey to hell.
So, you whizzed on the electric fence, didn't you?
Number 9. Go to Heck, Rocco's Modern Life. During a wonderful dinner at the Choky Chicken, Rocco's best friend Heifer chokes on a chicken rib cage.
Hef, listen, you're my best friend in the entire world, but... Oh, come on, no need to be all choked up, Hef.
When Heifer's body floats towards the big burger in the sky, his wings turn into anvils and he falls to Heck, which seems to be a kid-friendly way of saying hell.
They call me Peaches.
Peaches?
Guided by a hooded demon named Peaches, Heifer is shown the error of his ways. If this weren't dark enough, when the episode reaches its end, we're led to believe that Heifer is stuck in an endless nightmare.
You don't mind stopping at the beef barge on the way, do you? I'm starved.
Have you learned nothing?
We're gonna have nightmares for a while after this one. Number 8. Panty Raid, SpongeBob SquarePants. When Mr. Krabs goes through a midlife crisis, our favorite sponge and starfish try to help him recapture his youth by going out for a night on the town.
Great! Why don't you boys show up at my house at 8 o'clock?
We're not sure how children were supposed to relate to this, but to each their own. When Mr. Krabs isn't satisfied with the activities, Patrick suggests they go on a panty raid.
You're talking about girls, right? Girls?
Yeah.
They do the deed with utter glee, but things take a dark turn when they realize they've panty raided Mr. Krabs' mother. While this episode has been pulled from streaming services, it lives on as one of the most infamous Nickelodeon episodes in history.
Sorry, Mr. Krabs.
That's all right, lad. I certainly feel younger.
Number 7. The Kidnapping, Rugrats. When we tune in to watch Rugrats, we expect adorable adventures and hilarious toddler mishaps, not a full-blown crime spree.
Hey, what is this, a setup? Where's the parents?
Who cares? Just grab them!
But in this episode, Tommy gets mistaken for the son of the rich Ronald Thump and gets kidnapped by a pair of shady characters. Tommy proves to be a handful with his incessant crying.
Give me a banana.
What for?
According to this baby book I lifted during last week's newsstand heist, kids love banana.
When the kidnappers leave him to make him some milk, Tommy finds their stash of jewelry. His next impulse? Flushing them down the toilet. After a couple more incidents, the criminals take Tommy back home. They make it just in time for the adults to remain unaware of their negligence.
How's Tommy?
Sleeping, I expect. Hasn't made a peep all afternoon.
Number 6. It's a Wishful Life, The Fairly Odd Parents. It's no secret that Timmy Turner is really bad at making wishes.
Cosmo, I wish that lava really was 3D!
When he starts feeling unappreciated, he takes it to the extreme and wishes he had never been born.
I wish I was never born!
He expects to enter a world where everyone is miserable from his absence. But in a clever twist inspired by the film It's a Wonderful Life, Timmy finds out that everyone's lives are actually better without him. While this all turns out to be a test to teach Timmy that one should do what is right regardless of recognition, it's more than a little heavy to see him go through such an existential bummer.
Goodbye, Timmy Turner! Forever!
Number 5. The Stalker, iCarly. When the gang tries to cheer up a fan named Nora on her 16th birthday, the party is a complete bust.
Oh, well, maybe some of them will show up soon.
I don't know. Anyway.
Nobody shows up. The clown suffers an aneurysm, and her parents abandon her. They set up a live stream, turning the party into a sensation that catapults Nora's popularity through the roof. But when the party's over, she traps Carly, Sam, and Freddie in her basement.
I said, why'd you close the door?
Oh, because I can't let you leave.
With all communication cut off, Carly has to send a coded SOS message to Gibby, who saves the day. Now, while we love the show's humor, it's hard not to wonder if some of the jokes poke fun at people dealing with mental illness, not to mention being unhoused in other instances. Number 4. Hello, Mrs. Bighead, Rocco's Modern Life. Bev and Ed Bighead's marriage seems to be on the rocks. Even Cupid quits his job after trying to get Ed to love his wife. Feeling unattractive, Bev sets her sights on her next-door neighbor, Rocco.
Oh, you're doing such a nice job with your yard, Rocco. I was wondering, perhaps you'd like to earn a few extra bucks helping me with some odd jobs.
What follows is a crude series of events as Bev tries to woo Rocco. She even goes as far as to spike his drink with an aphrodisiac.
Here we are, dear. Thanks very much, Mrs. Bighead.
At the end of the episode, Rocco persuades Ed to appreciate his wife more. Now, here's the kicker. This episode was actually banned for quite some time before resurfacing on streaming. It's clear that Nickelodeon was still figuring out what was appropriate for their audiences.
Oh, Ed.
Bring out the plates, Bev.
Number 3. Organ harvesting. Invader Zim. When Zim comes down with a case of the head pigeons, he realizes he must stuff himself with human organs in order to appear more human.
Say, you're full of organs, aren't you?
Why, yes. Yes, I am.
And you wouldn't notice if you were, say, missing a few?
It's just as grotesque as it sounds. Dib, Zim's nemesis, catches wind of this bizarre plan and tries to find someone to help him stop Zim. Unfortunately, his efforts prove futile.
I suppose you've got a heart in there.
6 of them.
Intestines?
Large or small.
Spleen?
In 3 different colors.
What about lungs?
By the end of the episode, Zim's plan is a success, and he's able to fool the school nurse into thinking he's human. This kind of hilariously bizarre subject matter could be tied to why the show was canceled before the completion of its 2nd season. Maybe it pushed the boundaries too far for some audiences, but at least it left a lasting impression.
Why, you're one of the healthiest little children I've ever seen, and such plentiful organs.
Number 2. Squidward is not okay. SpongeBob SquarePants. When SpongeBob catches Squidward looking particularly glum, he asks if he has any happy memories.
How can you live without a happiest memory? Do you cry yourself to sleep at night?
When Squidward denies having any, SpongeBob makes it his mission to create good memories for him. Eventually, the only thing that makes Squidward happy is destroying papier-mâché sculptures of SpongeBob. There are a few scenes that touch upon Squidward's deep despair, including a moment where he puts his head in an oven, hinting at a darker intention. He then pulls out cookies he had baked, so we can all have a very awkward and relaxed chuckle.
Hi, Squidward. You sure are a hard man to get a hold of. Hey, do I smell brownies?
It's not surprising that some of the show's darkest themes come courtesy of Squidward, but even this unsettled us.
Oops, that was a sour note.
This is not my happiest memory.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You'll have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The Dan Schneiderverse. Once called the Norman Lear of children's television, Dan Schneider has producer credits on several of Nickelodeon's most successful shows. His zany and over-the-top comedy defined a generation of children's programming.
I made a mosaic using all of the baby bottle nipples from my childhood. They remind me of a happier time.
However, in recent years, some writers, cast members, and crew from various Nick shows have come forward to express discomfort with Schneider's alleged inappropriate behavior.
Oh, you guys want to see something really gross?
No. No.
Cool, check out this video.
To make matters worse, there's been a lot of controversy surrounding suggestive scenes in shows such as Victorious. The controversy surrounding him has cast a dark shadow over his once celebrated legacy. It's an unfortunate situation that has prompted important conversations about the treatment and well-being of those working in the industry.
I'd like you to have these 2 large coconuts.
Wonderful. You know, their milk gives me visions.
I've heard.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.